You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network.
$30.7 million small businesses in the U.S., creating 1.5 million jobs annually. Small business accounts for 64% of new job creation in the U.S. There's strength in numbers. No matter what we face, know that there's strength in us. Because of you, we're able, we're capable, we're resilient, and we are available because we are small business. And together, we're the economy.
All right, this is an exciting evening. LouddMouth Radio listeners, I am here on location with one of our newest LouddMouth Network members,
Yes, sir.
Extraordinaire Arcade, out here in San Bernadino with the property of Will Luna. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing out there?
Wonderful. Tonight, I am actually on location at your spot, and when I tell you it's not a disappointment.
Oh yeah, it's very loud. You can hear it in the background. We're right by the doorway, so
yeah,
you can hear all that. That sounds like a real arcade. That's the nostalgia that people look for.
Man, I was about to say, it is nostalgic, isn't it?
It definitely is.
I'm like, you come in here, you're ageless.
Right.
And what I love about it, Will, you got machines that I would have remembered as a teenager, from Centipede, Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Millipede is it, man? Like all the classics.
Got them all. Street Fighter 2, got
Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, 4. You got that Star Wars is serious.
Oh yeah, the Star Wars trilogy. That's I believe it's 1998 by Sega. That's the deluxe version. That's the one you sit down. So that one right there is a classic.
I thought I was ready.
You can't find that nowhere.
Man, that thing pulled out. I was like, whoa.
You got the subwoofer under you, so it feels like you're actually in the game.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely. So I want you to share with our listeners, introduce yourself, let us know where you're from, and how you ended up with this particular business in this particular place at this particular time.
Shit, can I say shit?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Uncensored here.
I'm originally from the Bronx. I'm from New York, but I've been in California for like almost 30 years, so, man, what can I say?
You're a New Yorkian.
Yeah, pretty much. I go back home all the time. But anyway,
it never leaves you.
I've been collecting these games for like probably 10 years. So it got to a point where I had so many games. I had family was like, man, you need to share this with people. Stop being stingy with the games. And I'm like, man, they don't make these games no more, so they're hard to find.
Right.
So I decided that, once I had enough games, I was going to start up a location.
How many games deep were you at that point?
At that point, I had about, maybe 30. I got over 60 now.
Wow. And these were all in your house initially?
Well, I'd say about 50 games were at my house.
Wow.
I wound up getting 10 additional games since I've been at this location.
Nice.
Like I said...
so you went from being a hobbyist.
I went from being a hobbyist,
yes,
just collecting them, and then what I started seeing in the last probably 7 years was there was these little arcades popping up.
Right.
And mostly in the East Coast and the Midwest.
Right.
And they would, because I was trying to figure out how I was going to charge people to come play these games if I ever did it.
Right.
Because nobody carries quarters in their pocket no more,
Yeah, absolutely.
So everything's debit cards and shit like
Cashless
that.
society, exactly.
Unless you go to Dave & Buster's, they got swipe cards and things like that.
Right.
So
still no quarters.
There's no quarters and none of that stuff. Those are more the new games of Dave & Buster's. This is more the old school.
Right.
So I was trying to figure out how would I do it, and I saw a couple of private arcades that were charging by the hour to play these games. So I had to figure out for one, does it work?
Right.
And how do you make money if you're charging by the hour? So I started doing my research and seeing that these people have been open for a couple of years, charging by the hour. So you pay a flat.
So it's sustainable.
Yeah. So instead of putting quarters in the game, they're charging an entry fee to come in and play the games as much as you like.
Nice.
So they charge about an hour, or you can pay an all-day pass.
Right.
So I saw that, and I started seeing the footage. The place is packed, like it was in the 80s. These games were like the thing.
Right.
And I saw that, and I was like, man, I wonder if I could do that out here. I got enough games. But then when I started looking into it, it really boiled down to the money.
Right.
Money meaning like you got to buy more games to fill up a spot.
Stuff that people want to play, number one.
You got to play, you know, because don't get me wrong, like a lot of my games I have here, I got games that people want to play. They're not just taking up space for no reason, you know.
Right.
So there's a lot of arcade games that came out back in the day. They were just not that dope. They're just kind of whatever. And I made sure that I got rid of those games out of my locations because they were taking up space. The next thing is fixing them. Like, who would I have to fix these games? You know, like I don't even fix so much. I don't know how to do like PCB board work and soldering and all that. You know, I changed the joystick out some buttons and shit, but I had to find people for that. And then it was after that, then it was the money to buy the extra games because you can get a location, but you need games. Without the games, you got no business.
That's it.
So once I did all of that, everything else is based off now location. You got to pick a location where it's good foot traffic, they call it.
Right.
And then, you know, where location you're going to be at. And then on top of that, you know, like, is the spot you're going to get going to be big enough? How big of a spot do you need? This place here is...
And you still got to make sure that you're safe enough for fire and all of that aspect, too. So, dimensionally, you got to make sure it makes sense.
No, definitely. So, I had all my breakers here all... upgraded and stuff.
Absolutely, because there's a lot of power in this sucker, man.
Oh yeah, that power is what it is. That's some strong shit there. But I had to make sure that I spent some money on that, you know. So once I did all of that and everything, I found a location, talked to the owner. And the thing about this right now is it's tough because you can't just go to a warehouse and buy these games. You know, especially these games here, they're old. Right. So
you gotta wait till they circulate.
There's not too many people doing this because you can't find these games like that, and it's gonna take you a couple of years to get them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then once you get them, and
Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good night. Once you get them and everything, it's a matter of getting the amount you need to open the place
to make it make sense.
And fortunately for my situation, I don't have to worry about somebody deciding they're going to open up an arcade in the next couple of months down the street from me. Because then it's competition.
Absolutely.
These games are not around like that. You can say I want to open an arcade, and I'm going to say good luck.
Right.
And it'll probably be 5 to 7 years before
they can reach it.
I even see you try to open something.
Right.
So the reason why I'm saying that is because when I was trying to open this up, a lot of shopping centers, the owners of these places, they didn't know how to label me, how to charge me.
Right.
And the reason why is because I would tell them, I'll pitch the idea and say, look, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have an arcade. I'm trying to provide good family entertainment for people. There's not a lot of arcades like back in the day.
Because this is social skills, man. This is the part that we're missing, that you're pulling life back into. But you know that, right?
But this is what games did. It brought people together. You could play a fighting game with each other. You didn't even know each other. You played, but at the end of that match, y'all were cool. Y'all were talking and socializing, you know. So
exactly. Competition, friendly competition.
So when I kicked the idea to the owners, they were like, how you charging? And I was like, no quarters, because they even said it themselves. They're like, you ain't going to make no money. Nobody uses quarters no more. I said, yeah, you're right. And I told them I was going to charge by the hour, or you can pay an all-day pass and come in. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah. So they were like, I don't think you're going to make no money off of that. And I was like, why do you think that? He's like, well, people got PlayStation, Xbox at the crib. Like, I don't think you're going to make money like that. And he goes, why would you want to do something that nobody's doing? I said, that's the key word, what you just said.
Right.
Why would I want to do something that nobody's doing?
Right.
And why would
I make my own?
Why would I want to do something that everybody's doing? That everybody's getting the money.
And check this. Even when people having their game systems at their home, they're still limited on what they have. They don't have a plethora of games, most likely. Or they get bored with them.
That ain't the real experience.
Right.
You know, like real experience arcades.
Arcade systems,
It's like when I grew up, that's the real experience we got besides the Xbox. But what I like about this place, you know, I'm kind of skipping. Let me go back to the owners. So the owners... The owners didn't want. A lot of owners didn't want to give me a chance for this because they thought there was no money in this. Because they were looking at it like they never heard of the concept where you're paying an hourly admission to come in to play the games.
Right.
So the reason for that is they don't know how to charge me rent because they have a little geeky guy. No offense to the geeks, because I got a family of geeks. But they got the little geeky guy who sits behind the computer. And let's say I'm gonna use a donut shop for an example. Right. If I want to open up a donut shop, what they're gonna do is go on the computer and they're gonna analyze and pull up the info and see how much a donut shop makes a month.
Right.
So once they see it, like, it makes about $5K a month.
Right.
Then they know how much to charge in rent.
Right.
So when they try to do that with this, I'm gonna pull up some arcade pay by the hour shit, and they couldn't find it because it doesn't exist.
Correct.
It was the 80s.
Not the common.
It was the 80s.
Right.
So when that happened, the guy couldn't label how he was gonna try to charge me, and I kept telling them like, look, this money, this thing could make money, and because they didn't see that, they didn't want to give me the opportunity.
Right, they didn't think he wasn't gonna make it.
And I told the guy, he tells me, I don't think this is gonna work here. And he's like, how you gonna pay the rent? I said, as long as you get your money, that's all that matters. And he still didn't want to take the opportunity. And he wasn't the only one. I had a lot of owners who were doing that to me. So it took me 6 months more
just
before I found an owner that loved video games. I pitched the idea,
to do it.
And he said, you know what? I like what you're going. And he said, give me the basic, the minimum of people coming by a day in order to make money.
Right.
And I told him, look, if I got 10 people that come in a day for these amount of days, added
I still can do what I need to do.
He saw that I could make the rent plus a little more, so he already knew that it could work. I said I could get 10 people to come in here.
Oh yeah.
So he was like, okay. So he gave me a shot. I signed a 2-year lease agreement with him.
Yep.
And he gave me.
How far are we on that? How far in are you now?
I'm 6 months into this right
That's
now,
all right.
and where I'm
Congratulations.
at. Thank you. And where I'm at in San Bernadino County right now, we're in the city limits of San Bernadino.
Right.
There's really nothing out here for these folks to do.
Yeah.
Even the kids. A lot of stuff got closed down during COVID time.
Crippling.
Everything went out.
Crippling.
I came right when COVID was lifted, and now business got open, and that's when I opened this up. So a little bit with me, I'm kind of winning because everything closed down. If there was an arcade, I heard there was one on the bowling alley down the street, and that closed down, and it hasn't been there since. I've been where I'm at, and because where I've been at, people are finding me, and they've been coming here like crazy.
I love it.
And I offer discounts. You're a veteran, you're military, you get discounts in here to come in and pay by the hour, all day. Nonprofits too. I do. What else I do? I do daycare. You got
after
daycare.
School programs.
After school program. I got foster care. We do group homes.
What is it? Trips.
We have group homes in here. So I do a lot of stuff, and I do some sponsors for some of the local kids in the sports around here.
Nice.
But I provided a safe haven for people to come. There's no BS here. People come here, they play these games. And when this started, I just had retro gaming. But I realized my money was staying at a certain level. And I also noticed my kids that are like young, like 12, 13 years old, they got bored in here real quick because mom and dad wanted to play Miss Pac-Man and Dig Dug.
They need Mario Kart.
The kids was like, man, I want to go home after like a half hour here. So I started adding every little bit of everything. I got 80s in here, 90s in here, early 2000, and I got games up to now in present day. Right. And then I threw a Nintendo Switch and an Xbox in here, gaming console area for them. And now I don't hear no more of that complaining. I want to go home.
That's right. Even the air hockey.
Yeah, the air hockey.
I tore it down. I just tore it down.
You got all that in here, so it's been cool. So now that I'm doing this, I got everybody coming over here for that reason.
I'm proud of you, Will.
I appreciate it.
I'm proud of
you.
you.
It's been a long journey, man. I've been trying to do this for like the last 5 years, and I'm 6 months now open and running, and it's a lot of work, and I still work a full-time job on top of it. So when I'm not here, I'm at my real job. And between both of these things, I barely get any sleep, but it's well worth it in the end of the day.
So what's the plan next 2 years? Because you did a 2-year lease. So what's your next plan over the next year and a half?
Well, people can't see what we got going on visually, but right next door to me over here, there's another unit that I want to take over.
And expand it?
And I want to expand, and that's going to be my sports bar area. I'm going to have a bunch of TVs over there. You can watch pay-per-view fights, all the games. I'm going to have beer over there, food, pool tables, darts. I'm going to have basketball. You shoot some basketball, skee ball, and then you're going to have the arcade here. So parents can come here. They can come here and play watch the games, and drink some beer and watch a football game. You can send your kids right next door to all these games, and you don't need no quarters, no tokens. You pay an all-day pass. They can, bug out in here, and you over there, and y'all in the same areas. So you don't have to worry about, dropping your kids off somewhere else. You're right here.
I got something I'm gonna share with you in warfare because I can't let everybody hear what I'm about to give you on the tip.
Okay.
You got the mind, the strategies moving. I got something I think that's gonna be awesome for that.
I appreciate it.
Well, you're amazing, man. You're a community initiative in itself right here. You know that, right?
And not only that, to throw this out there too, that I'm not stopping there. So my other goal is to open up a second location.
I was gonna ask
in Riverside. I live in Riverside. Nice. And originally I tried to do this in Riverside, but Riverside be...
well, this would be the one that'll give this would be the example.
Yeah.
And it's going to set the pace.
Yeah, and
they'll take you seriously when you go back over there.
And I was thinking of moving this to Riverside, but I don't want to do that to these people out here. They need this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to work hard to open a second location. I'm going to have that in Riverside. And then the location where we at, like I just said, the unit next door to me.
Yes.
I'm planning on getting that. I already talked to the owner. The owner said when this person leaves, I can have it.
Nice.
And then we'll knock the wall down. We'll convert both of these units together. So I'll have two big units together here. And
that's what's up.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
some.
That's the goal. You know what I mean?
Give me
So
some.
I'm trying to be my own Dave and Buster's.
Yes, I was about to say.
You know, like, because Dave and Buster's does the same thing. They got the food and
Extraordinaire
drink and
Arcade.
everything. They
That's
got
right.
games and all that, but they don't got what I got going on here.
That's right.
I got
stay in
all
your
the
lane
retro.
with it, baby. You're doing
I got
good.
all the retro, and I even got the games they got over there at their place. I have it here too.
Nice.
So, and it's affordable.
And you're a privately owned entity.
Exactly. And
So
we rent it
support.
out. And we rent out the arcade for private parties.
Man.
You know, so corporate, business, birthday parties, adult parties.
Yes.
We rent it out, and it's not expensive. You can have all these games for the entire duration of your party.
Nice.
So if you rent it out for 3 hours, you get
The whole
game
space
for
is
3
yours.
hours. It's not like
You
Chuck
got
E.
it.
Cheese, or you go over there and you
Right.
pay, let's say you pay for 2 hours, 3 hours of a party, you get so much money on those swipe cards, you
Right.
run out of that money, now you're there for an hour at the party, you can't play no games. That's
Exactly.
BS, that's bullshit.
Exactly.
Here,
Now your
you don't-
feelings hurt.
You don't got to worry about running out of no money.
Now you're looking strange at each other.
Yeah.
You got a quarter.
Exactly.
I want to
So
play this game.
that's what we got going on here, man. If anybody out here in the San Bernadino area, man, and
Surrounding areas too.
surrounding areas, all over the Inland Empire. If you didn't know about Extraordinaire Arcade, that's what it's called. We out here in San Bernardino at 2347 North Sierra Way. So that's 2347 North Sierra Way, San Bernardino, California. We also on Instagram under that name, Extraordinaire Arcade. We're constantly upgrading that. So if you want to see how it looks in here, how we get down, please get on there. We're also on Facebook on the Extraordinaire Arcade as well.
And by the broadcast of this actual episode, you'll also be on LouddMouth.com.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
definitely, man. And I'm excited. We've been trying to do this interview for a minute, man, but
Let me tell y'all
she
something.
had to pull
I
up on me.
try to tell this brother, okay, we're going Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, next week, Monday. So, people, you know what I had to do? I had to come back over here to this working man space.
Yeah.
Work and catch him in his
apologies.
lane.
She had
No,
to-
ain't no apologetic.
She had to
Needs,
pull
no
up on me.
need.
She had to come find me.
So we just got the real background noise behind us.
Yeah. Nah, we
And
got
I'm
the
right
traffic.
here.
She had to pull up on me, man.
I'm telling you.
Like I said, I work a full-time job, and I'm doing this at the same
See,
time.
I was willing. That's why I knew I needed to
Yeah.
come. I knew that was how that's gonna have to work.
Yeah.
And then I got an
But you
opportunity
could
to
come,
run through and
But you could come and you see
Yes.
that I'm busy. Like
Absolutely.
I'm not making it up. I really am busy. She caught me in the act of working.
that's
and I'm
it.
here.
Yanked them out behind the table.
Yeah. And-
Let's
and-
go.
And not to mention, like most jobs, not to say jobs, but most business people that got a business, usually the employees are running and they're not even there. I'm here faithfully all the time running this. I greet all my customers. I make sure everybody feels love up in here. I want them to feel comfortable so they can come back again and tell everybody about this place.
Absolutely.
So I get nothing but positive stuff. Anybody want to check them reviews, you go to Google and put in Extraordinaire Arcade. I think it's like 30-some reviews in this place. It's all positive. It's all love.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah,
I'm proud of you. It's just so you know, man, the vibe in here is dope.
It
You
is.
come in, there's energy, and
You can feel it.
you can feel it.
You can feel it. You come
You know,
in
the
here.
music's playing.
The
You're in your lane.
Oh,
And
yeah.
You can just pop around and just pick and
Yeah,
choose
nah,
somewhere you
the-
want to go.
the
So
vibe is
even the
good.
pinball,
You got the
pinball
pinballs,
tables.
You got pinballs in here too.
Yeah.
But the vibe is cool in here, man. Like I say, go on Extraordinaire Arcade on Instagram. You can see the videos what it look like in this place. It's not bright in here like you're walking into a grocery store like Stater Brothers and all the
I'm
lights
telling
on. This place here has got a nice dim lighting to
Nice
it.
illumination,
Yeah,
LED
yeah,
lighting.
all of that,
and-
man. So
yeah,
the
it's a
vibe-
whole vibe.
The
man.
vibe is good in here. When you come in here, nobody bothers you. You can play a game in peace. You don't have to worry. And plus, not only that, just to throw this out, because some places with these arcades, they be crunched up in here where like you could barely
And I
maneuver.
like that. It's space.
It's super spacey in here, man. You
Yeah.
can walk past each other with no problem bumping into anybody. So that way nobody be like, man, you bumped into me, man. It's
I
not
know,
the right
ain't
girl
no
and
issues.
stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, no issues, no nothing, man. But like I
Absolutely.
said, the way it works up here, you pay the entry fee to come in to play these games as much as you like. It's $10 an hour, unlimited gameplay for that $10, or you can pay $20 for the whole entire day. And when I say entire day, you can leave from my establishment, go home, take a shower, get some food and all that, and come back here and bring the food in here, and you ain't got to pay again.
Nice.
That's the real definition of an all-day pass. And
Yes,
remember, no quarters, tokens, or swipe card. You don't need none of that stuff here. You pay an entry fee to come in here and play over 60 games as much as you like.
Well, you the bomb, bro.
Man, I appreciate it.
Extraordinaire.
Very much.
Extraordinary.
And that's why we
You're
called it.
extraordinary.
And that's why we. Let me get on the name real quick before we're done. A lot of people ask me, why did I pick Extraordinaire?
Yeah.
Well, you know what the word extraordinary means, right?
Well,
That's a
that
big
was-
word. That means it's super dope,
Yeah.
like extraordinary. You know,
Yes.
like so we picked extraordinaire
Over the
because
top.
what we doing here is extraordinaire. The games we have here is extraordinaire. I mean, if you come in here and you look at a lot of these games are like 30 years old. They're in pristine shape.
condition.
They look great.
Absolutely.
They look and people tell me like you got some extraordinary games here. And if somebody told me that in my house, And
that's how the name.
That's how the name stayed. He's like, you know what? We're gonna call it Extraordinaire Arcade.
I love it.
And that's what we did. That's how we got the
And
name.
it works, man.
Oh, it does work.
Works.
It does work. So everything we do here, it has to be extraordinary.
Well, this is the reason why we're doing what we're doing. Because it's like people need to know about these wonderful businesses out here.
They do.
People pulling up and doing things out here.
They do. I'm not a
And not
franchise.
IE.
I'm not a corporation.
Not at all.
Or none. I'm a
But
small,
even if you franchise your
small
own,
businessman.
it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. But this is how it starts, though. You start
That's
off
it.
like this, and next thing I want up being a franchise later on when I try to get
man.
a couple of these places. But I'm working
You're
at
on
it
a good
right
path
now.
right now, man.
Man,
I love it.
I feel it. I feel like I am and everything.
Well, it's good to see your vision.
No, it's good that
Come
you
to life,
see it
you
because
see
my
it,
brother,
man.
he be beating me up, not physically, but he be on my ass because he says I don't give myself credit. I mean, what he mean by that is let me rewind. Like a year ago, just recently, like a couple of weeks ago, you know, Facebook has memories pop up.
Yeah.
I posted a picture a year ago. It was a picture from Wisconsin. It was somebody who had an arcade, just like what I'm doing, a year ago in Wisconsin. And
I saw your vision book.
I saw that, and the caption at the bottom was like, "This is exactly what I want to do in a year. I'm going to do this." And it popped up the other day, and I saw that, and I was like, "Damn!" And that's what my brother was talking about. It's like you don't give yourself credit. And within a year, I already got what I saw in that picture.
Man, you know what that is, bro? And I'm going to congratulate you.
And that's just determination.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
and
You put your head down and you've been working.
Yeah,
You've been grinding.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
it's been really tiring, but I'm the
course.
type of person, I don't have time to stop and reflect, which I should be doing. And the only reason
Well,
why
you busy doing it, trying to put it together, man.
because I start thinking about the next level of this, what I'm trying to do. I just mentioned this unit right here next door. So right now, I'm getting another place.
Right.
So my goal is to just, I know I got it. I'm like, okay, I did it. But I just keep going forward because it's not enough. And I know I got more to do.
Yes.
But my brother's the one that's like, you need to slow down sometimes and just
And
sit
take a
back
breath.
and reflect. Like, yo,
Yes.
you did this shit. Because some people when they say they're going to do it take them 5 years to do it. You
That's
say you're
it.
going to do it and you did it in a year.
That's it.
Which is true, which is really true. And the other day I had to sit down and I had to really look at this place like, damn, I fucking did it. Like, and I hope it's a lot of inspiration for a lot of people that you could do it. But I'm going to keep it real with you because I hate when people say, man, if I could do it, you could do it. You just got to be determined. Man, fuck all that. I'm going to tell you right now the truth right here. I'm going to tell you the truth right here.
Give it to him, no filter.
The way I did it is money. I ain't gonna lie, you need money. I got about $80,000-$90,000 in games. I ain't gonna lie. You need money and you need good ass credit. Because if I didn't have no good credit, the owner of this place would not give me this building. And when I was trying to get this shit, my credit score was at 832.
Tell the truth.
Okay, 832. Now I didn't have $80,000, but when you have a house and you own your house, that is
leverage.
That is the biggest thing you can have.
Right.
So guess what I did? I pulled out the equity into my house.
Nice.
But I made sure when I did that, it wasn't going to hurt me paying the mortgage because it's going to go up a little bit when you do that.
Of course.
I pulled out $200,000. I did all the upgrades in my house. I did everything I was supposed to do. And guess what?
Kept the values there too.
And I had
pulling out that cash.
$120,000 left over. And guess what I did with that money? I went and bought the games. I went and did all this shit right here. So I ain't going to lie to you. If you're going to do something, whether it's arcades or anything else, you're going to need at least a decent credit score. And you're going to need to have some type of money.
Liquidity.
You know, you're going to have to. You know, I didn't have that money, but I pulled it out of my house. But I made sure that whatever I pulled out wasn't going to make me, it wasn't going to break myself to the point I can't pay my mortgage. Now I'm losing my house trying to do this shit. Correct. So when I did it, I did it during the time when the interest rate was low.
Yes.
So I'm gonna put it out there. My mortgage at the time was like $1,100 and some for a 3-bedroom house. That's crazy to hear that now.
Yeah.
But when I pulled it out, my shit only went up $100.
Oh yeah.
To take out
wise
200,000.
decision, baby. Give me some.
Why not? So
Give me some. It was worth it.
Yeah, and I'm not being
Those
hurt.
are smart moves.
And I'm not being hurt at home by doing that. So I don't depend on this to live. Some people do businesses to live.
Right.
Like I said, I work a job. I'm blessed that I have that job. Been there 18 years with that job. So I don't spend none of this money that comes out of this
keep
arcade.
it rolling in here.
Everything gets
rotated
invested back into what I got going on, and that's why.
That's a good footprint, bro.
Yeah,
the
so
blueprint.
I'm
That's
not,
a good
I'm
blueprint.
not gonna lie to nobody, bro. You gotta have at least decent credit and some money. If you got some decent credit and some money, you could do some things. But if you got a fucked up credit and you got no money, I'm not gonna sit here and say you could do it.
Yeah.
You gotta clean your shit up first, because I didn't have good credit. I own motherfucking shit. I paid off all them debts. I built my credit up, and it was just timing. Once I did all of that, I knew it was the time to make this move, and I did it. So I ain't gonna front on nobody. Make sure you got your shit.
Tell them, Will.
Yeah, make sure you got your shit right and everything, because if you don't got your shit right, it's going to be harder for you to do this. And I'm not going to sit here and tell people if you can do it, I can do it. Everybody's situation is different.
Keep it 100.
Just make sure your credit is good, clean that shit up, and get some money. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say.
Proud of you.
You know, I
Proud of
appreciate it.
you,
Thank you. You know, thank you very much.
And I appreciate you giving the truth on that. Because
the
there's a
truth.
lot of people will try to gas people's minds to think.
No, I ain't gonna
and
do
it's
that.
real. It's real.
I ain't gonna do that. If I didn't have-
Entrepreneurship is not for everybody.
Yeah, if I didn't have decent credit and I didn't have a good solid foundation already, when I say foundation, it's having a home. Because when you have a home, that's like having a $1 million.
And don't fall back on the fact that you were collecting these games over time.
Yeah, no, I was already
so you
doing
was
that.
pulling
Yeah,
your
yeah.
investment together to make it work.
I was already doing it as a hobby. So
All right, you turn your hobby into a passion, to a business.
So I had a
That's
little
it.
leverage over everyone when I decided to do this. But
Yeah, absolutely.
you don't have to be doing games. You want to open up a clothing store, a print shop, whatever you want to do, and you want to get that building and you want to get it and all that, just make sure your credit is straight.
Yes.
Just make sure you have some kind of avenue where you're getting some type of money and resource somewhere else. Some people get the money illegally and then fund that money into the legal business. I ain't gonna say
And
nothing
clean
wrong
it
with
up.
that. I know a lot of people who did that.
Always.
But get out of that illegal business once you do that, because some people try to play both sides of the tracks.
And that's
and
when
then
you
when
get
you
in
fall,
danger.
you're gonna lose the legal shit, and the
And
illegal
illegal.
shit is gonna take you down and everything with it.
Tell the
So,
truth.
you know, I mean, I'm not knock nobody's also how you try. Just make sure when you do it, your credit is straight and you got some bread. That's all I'm gonna tell you right now at this point. Anybody out there.
Thank
Free
you,
game.
Will.
I'm giving
Thank
free
you.
game away.
You did.
Free
On
game.
100%.
And there's,
100,000%.
right now, I think it's Instagram. I've been seeing Gilly the Kid interviewing that white boy, the one that says, I used to work at Amazon, and now he don't work at Amazon, but he sells his shit on Amazon.
Right,
This is how he
right,
gets
right,
money.
right.
That game is over like 10 years ago. He's telling
Right.
us something that everybody in their mama know now. So if you
Right.
hear it, don't think you're going to get rich off that shit.
That's
you know?
it. Tell the
What
truth,
I'm telling you
man.
right here is something not new either, but nobody keeps it real and says you need some decent credit and you need some money.
Because people see stuff, especially social media, it fools people.
Yeah, of course.
Falsity of belief and non-factors.
They're trying to make money. They're trying to make money, so they're trying to get you to be the sucker
Impression.
to invest in that shit,
Right.
so they could get rich, not you.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
That's
right.
the sucker
There's
shit.
no substance.
Trust me, if
Yeah.
it was some real shit that gonna make you some money like that, they won't be on Instagram talking about it.
Tell the truth, man. Say it, Will. Say it, Will, man.
Anything
That's
involved
crazy.
making millions or thousands, you're not gonna see nobody on Instagram talking about it. That's why you gotta hang out with people who got money or own businesses, because
That's
that
it.
conversation and that game is gonna be taught. Is gonna be taught to you, and you're gonna learn it before it's on the internet. And once it's
That's
on
it.
the internet, they're already on to the next
It's gone.
shit that nobody
Exactly.
knows about yet. You know?
Exactly.
So I'm the type of person I'll
Exactly.
share the sauce. I have no problem. Because at the end of the day, nobody could do what I do.
You still
Just
gotta put
I
the
can't
work
do
in.
what they do.
That's it. No
So I'm
competition.
not worrying about what somebody
Right.
passing me.
Right.
Because I do videography work too. So that's another thing real quick.
We had a lot of that. Yeah, we had that in common talking,
So I
right?
shoot music videos too, but when I was trying to learn, I had a lot of video homies, and I'm like, yo, show me how to do this and do this. They didn't want to show me. Nobody wanted to show me. So I took a year and a half watching YouTube. I went to YouTube school. I watched how to do this shit, and guess what happened? I got better than them. Now all of a sudden, I started taking all their money, all their clients, right? And then here it is. Now I'm the shit doing videos, and I got the next man asking me, yo, can you show me how to do this and do that?
Ain't it awful?
And the only reason why they didn't want to show
Man.
me is because they knew I'll get good, and they were afraid I may take some
Yeah.
money away from them.
Yeah.
Here I am now in the same boat where I know this shit now, and people are asking me, how do you do this and do this?
And you're not even
Guess what I
forcing it
did?
out, huh?
I showed them. I showed them how to do it. I didn't give them all the sauce. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna
Right.
give you 100% of the sauce because it took me a year and a half to learn that shit. I'm not gonna give it to you in 30 days.
That's it.
I'm gonna give you enough to where I'll give you the doors and I'll show you how to do it. The rest you can figure out.
Right.
But I wasn't afraid to give them that because at the end of the day, I can't do what they could do, and they can't do what I
That's
can do.
it. Everybody in their lane. That's
Yeah.
enough out here for everybody.
And I'm nice at what I do. So even if
Yeah.
I gave you everything and you knew how to do it 100%
Still
like
gonna be
me,
different.
you can't do my twist,
That's
my
it.
eye, my brain, and what I look at when I see, when
Your
I piece
vision.
it up.
That's it.
They can't see that. So I don't be
Exactly.
tripping off that shit. There's plenty of money out here.
It is.
There's plenty of money out
It
here.
is.
But folks got to stop being greedy. They got to stop being greedy. Be a team. Oh, that's even worse. I mean, not worse. That's even, well, it's worse in a good way. If you could team up with people,
That's
y'all
better.
all come together. Oh, man, it's
That's
like some
strength.
Voltron shit. They can't
Yeah.
stop you.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know what Voltron is, that's an old ass fucking cartoon. back then.
Voltron, yes.
Yeah.
They don't
I
remember
had
them
the toys
days.
and all that, but I'm just saying in general, come together like Voltron, man, and you guys could dominate. Like
That was
crazy.
like before Transformers. Transformers came after the
Yeah.
Voltron.
Yeah.
So those who don't
But
know
if you
that.
could dominate, you come together, man. If you got homies and with family and all that, y'all can piece some money together and do something and build an
Make it
empire.
work.
Man, that'll be dope too. But for me, I don't have an empire. I did it by myself. You know what I'm saying? So it was all me and everything. But I'm in a position where I can employ people. So that's what I got going on here. I got people jobs. When I don't want to be here, they work here. I pay them. They run the arcade.
That's it.
Once I get this place next door right here, where I'm cooking food and the sports bar and all that.
You'll be able to retire yourself.
But I'm going to be able to hire more people. I'm going to hire more people. I'm going to have security out here, so it provides people with jobs. You know what I'm saying? And locally, too, because I built this shit in their neighborhood. Yes. So I hired them. You know? Nice. I used to be like that. I used to want to get a job and motherfuckers open up in the middle of your hood and then they're hiring nobody over here. You're like, man, I live right down the street. What the fuck is this? Like, I'm not going to do that. As long as your background is straight, you ain't going to steal from me, we're good. Nice. We're good.
Well, thank you, man.
I appreciate it.
So, guys, listen, when I tell you this was a wonderful... See how I made a great decision to come over here and pull this dude out of his space and get all of that good for you? Because these are the conversations that you need to hear. These are real conversations from real people out here doing the real work. And in order for you to be able to gain that knowledge, who better than somebody that's walking the walk and that understands what it takes, that's already doing it. Exactly. So, guys, listen, follow us. So whatever your favorite podcast, whether it's iHeart, TuneIn, Stitcher, Apple, Google Podcasts, we're on hundreds of them. We're reaching 200 million plus listeners. That's right. Let somebody know about Extraordinaire Arcade right here in San Bernadino County.
2347 North Sierra Way, San Bernardino, California, Extraordinaire Arcade. Pull up over here, I'm telling you. We're open Thursday through Sunday. Thursday, Fridays, 5 p.m. to 11. Website. Saturday is 12 to 11. Sunday is 12 to 9. You can reach us at www.extraordinairearcade.com. Official website.
Damn. Thank you, Will. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you, bringing your time out here and talking with me. I really appreciate it a lot, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Guys, we're going to continue these next wonderful shows of some amazing entrepreneurs you need to know. Make sure you stay posted with us.
No matter the time or the season, we're open and available 24/7. Shouldn't your dealership be too? Carumba.com, the convenient online used vehicle marketplace. Register your independent dealership now. You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network.